Boom. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, we got the best duo in fragrance YouTube here. It's that time of year. Top 5 men's fragrances for fall 2024. All y'all really gave the 2023 edition a lot of support, almost 900 views. But we're back at it today with a little bit, maybe more expensive fragrances. We've upped the ante since last year. We're more cooked. Our bank accounts are more ruined. We're more invested into this. And so we got a healthy mix of niche and designer today. Top 5, though, for men in no particular order. They're all, I think, 10 out of 10s. I think Kenya would agree. We'll just go through, talk about it, why you should buy it, what situations it's best for in fall. But first, before we jump into it, I got to show some love to just 2 scents real quick. Prada Black and YSL Blue Electrique. But Prada Black, I can't put in the actual list because we have a fragrance that's very similar to it. So just want to give it some love, though, because it's that good. And Blue Electrique, if you can find it, you got to get it. Canyon, you love this scent, don't you?
Yeah, it's good. It is, it's very unique. So it's going to be really hard to find, but if you can find it, pick it up. It is discontinued, which is the reason. But sometimes, like I found a bottle of it on eBay, which I should have purchased for like $100, and I should have pulled the trigger because this scent is fantastic.
It's full bottle worthy. Garrett, why'd you have to take a very cheap bottle, the opportunity away from us if you're watching this? How could you? Anyway, we had to just show those some love. But let's jump in the actual list. Coming in at number 5, just released. The EDT was featured in last year's video, but Armani Code Eau de Parfum 2024 is up on deck. Obviously, y'all know, really cool bottle. It's simple. We got the 50 ml. Mine says I Love Canyon on it. Don't ask. But we just had to show that some love. But Armani Code is an absolute awesome fragrance. Very, very good. Got a lot of vanilla. Canyon described as pretty powdery. Mm-hmm. It's very fresh. Citrus is up in the opening, but then it goes to some nutmeg, some tonka bean. And that tonka is what gives Armani Code its kind of signature DNA. And so It's very good, though. Kind of a date night scent, I guess. Would you agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. You can wear it anytime, but this to me is an evening scent. You could wear it any time of day, but evening, date night, going out, this will make you stand apart, especially since it's rebottled, reformulated from the 90s whenever they came out with the original Eau de Parfum of Armani Code. But I think Armani Codes will always be in the top 5 best men's fragrances for fall because they shine this time of year. But that would be number 5. Coming in at number 4 on today's list, I know we got a decant of it, but Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé. Canyon, this is your decant, so I'll let you talk about it. It is a birthday gift, but
this scent really took me by storm the first time I smelled it. I didn't spray it on the first time I smelled it, but the second time I smelled it, I sprayed it on, wore it throughout the day, and it is good. It is good. It's really, you can smell the whiskey in it, the iris. Then it comes to like some nutmeg. This scent is very, very good. It's boozy. It's for date nights in the fall. It is a powerhouse, and it's not expensive. It is definitely good bang for your buck. You can go on these discounters and get it for less than $100 for like a 60 ml. It's very, very good.
Yes. It's kind of in the same, this just came to mind. Stronger With You Intensely or Absolutely or any of the other 1,500 Stronger With You flankers they have. It's kind of in that similar line with the booziness, the nutmeg. I wouldn't say it's as gourmandy as the Stronger With Yous are, but still, very good scent, very cheap. I think he said it's like $80 for a 60 ml on places like Joma Shop. So that's very, very good.
We like our good prices.
Oh, yeah, we got to save some money. We can't be getting scammed like some places like to do. Shout out to Perfume Paradise. Anywho, don't demonetize this video. Anywho, coming in at number 3, I guess the most expensive fragrance on this list, and that's why we have arguably the smallest decant. Parfums de Marly Herod. Now, I put Leighton in here last year. To be honest with you, we could have put Leighton again. We could have put Carlisle. We could have put Oajan. There's PDM.
Altair,
Yeah.
Pain.
I mean, PDM is like S tier when it comes to especially fall and winter fragrances. Nobody does it quite like them. Niche brand, but at designer, like niche and designer kind of mixed in. I was going to say a designer price tag. That would have been not true. They're very expensive. This will be about $300-$400 out of your wallet, but you can get a decant and you're going to smell like $1 million for about 20. So really good though. A lot of tobacco, a lot of vanilla. The dry down of this, I think, kind of sets it apart from the other winter fragrances from PDM. We were just talking about, we were trying to debate Leighton versus Herod, but the dry down of this is phenomenal.
If you're big into like amber scents like myself, the dry down will be unreal to you. It is a crowd pleaser. It's going to get you compliments. If you got your lady friend, she's definitely going to like this scent, but it's very good. It gets better the longer you wear it. And a lot of scents don't do that, so we're big fans of Herod.
And it lasts. I will say this. One night, I went over to Canyon's house, sprayed it on my, I guess right here on my arm at about 9 p.m. I woke up the next morning to take my morning shower, and I could smell the Herod radiating off me after I'd slept an 8 or 9 hours that night. I mean, absolutely insane. 12 plus hours on skin. This thing is insane. If you're balling with a big budget, then go grab a 50 mil or 100 mil. But if not, we're not going to gatekeep on this channel. Go get you a little 3 mil or 5 mil of it, and you will be the best smelling person in your town, in your school, in your work, wherever you go.
Absolutely.
It's that good. But number 3, just had to show it some love. PDM does it so good. Number 2, super excited about this one. The newest fragrance, I guess, cop from all of us. I mentioned this last year because we were talking about Across Sands and Luminous Night. This is right there in that vein. Initio Side Effect, Canyon's favorite fragrance of all time. Is that correct?
Yep.
Spices, rum, tobacco, cinnamon. It's very sweet. Got some woods that dries down. It's arguably like one of the best, I think, fall fragrances ever, period. And it's not incredibly expensive. It's not cheap, but I mean, you can get it for, what, $100, $200 probably? Somewhere in there.
Around $250.
Decent.
This company, Initio, is hard to find at discounters. You're not going to find them as much as you are the rest of this list unless you buy from someone that has a bottle of it or if you buy it straight off their website. But this is my favorite scent of all time. It is very unique, very sexy, very boozy. It just gets the job done every time.
Absolutely. So good. It's got a great... I know we're not really like reviewing this in depth, so we're not going to break down like just how it looks and all that stuff, but I would like to say, I mean, this is like one of the best bottle designs and packaging, especially when we unboxed it to make this video. I mean, Initio's is slept on. I promise you, your average Joe isn't wearing Initio Side Effects, so don't feel like you're going to blend in the crowd if you get this.
No.
And we're showing y'all some love. We're not gatekeeping this scent. We're giving it out there for y'all. You got to give it a try.
You ain't going to smell like no one else. Like, everyone's going to know who is wearing it because only one person's going to be wearing it, and it's going to be you. So.
Absolutely. Certainly. So, that comes in at number 2. Phenomenal scent. And now, for number 1, not necessarily the best fall fragrance for men, but it's one of the greatest, I think, men's fragrances of all time. I would consider it a masterpiece. Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male Le Parfum. This stuff is so good. So unbelievably good.
It is one of the best, if not the best, vanilla fragrances of all time. They've done it perfect. It's powdery. It's got lavender. It dries down to amber, and it's got some woody notes. It's perfect for the fall and winter time. TikTok has absolutely slammed this fragrance. Everyone knows about it now.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be wearing it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's too good not to put it number 1. It gets the job done. It's perfect for the fall.
Yeah. I mean, yes, the JPG TikTok boom this past summer has totally exploded. Everyone's on the Elixir train, which it's good. But this, I think, is going to be best to please most people. The Elixir is very sweet. It's very loud, and I'm not saying this is quiet or anything, but it certainly is just such a smooth, such a long-lasting vanilla. It's got that powderiness, that lavender comes through, a little bit of spices. Most of these, any of these on the list, I think you could wear for a date night, or you could just wear it out and about, depending on where you work at. I think it could be potentially, as long as you don't overspray this, but date night, evening time, anytime in this fall season, this is a true masterpiece. And I think if we're going to make a list of our 10 favorite fragrances ever, I think this would probably slot into either myself or Canyon's list or both of ours, because it's that good.
It's a masterpiece for sure.
Yeah.
It's definitely the best in the house to me. Even with all the hype behind the elixir, this is still the best one overall out of the house.
Yeah. It's addicting. You can't stop smelling on yourself. People be asking you what you're wearing. And as I mentioned earlier, Prada Black, it's kind of similar in that same vein with a lot of vanilla, a lot of powderiness, maybe more powder in the Prada. But regardless, both scents are very, very good.
They're both affordable, too. This is another affordable one, and we're talking high on it. So it's very, very much worth the money. So
it could be, if now that I'm looking at this list, aside from Prada Black, I think it's probably the cheapest fragrance you could get on this list, whether it's a 50 mil or 100 mil. I mean, I don't know, you could get it for probably right at $100, maybe a little bit over for a full bottle on the official website or any Joma shop or discounter like that. So good. You got to check it out. And all these others, we're going to pan back into the frame for this fall 2024 season. It's that time of year. Don't be caught lacking wearing your Aqua de Joes of the world. It's time to wear something a little deeper, a little richer, a little more character to it. And don't be afraid to overspray because it's cold. These fragrances are going to project and last very well. And make sure you're the best smelling person in your life this fall season with any of these 5 men's fragrances. So, you got anything else to add before we close?
We gave you some more high-end, money-wise, market options. We gave you some affordable ones depending on how much you're willing to dig into the bank account for, but all of these you can't go wrong with. They're all crowd pleasers. They're all boozy, good for the fall and winter. They're going to knock out the wind and the cold air, and they're all solid.
Absolutely. Certainly. So go check these out. If somebody you already know has these fragrances, don't be that guy. Don't take their signature scent. Don't be caught wearing the same thing that your bro wears. That's an unwritten rule of fragrances. Just don't do that. Canyon, he loves Side Effect. I ain't gonna be wearing Side Effect because I ain't trying to be Canyon. You know, we're our own people. But anywho, that was just a fun little disclaimer towards the end of this week's video. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We got plenty more content on the road to 2.5K subscribers. And I'll see you very, very soon. God bless.